Sir, will you able to see my screen?
Yeah, I can see.
Let me still enroll in additional multi-factor authentication.
No need. Just submit.
సో జస్ట్ ఇలా వస్తుంది. ఇక్కడ స్టార్ట్ బిల్డింగ్ అలా రావాలి కదా, అది రావాలి.
ఓకే, అది developer.servicenow.com లింక్ క్లిక్ చేసావా?
అదే చేశాను సార్.
Click this link once again.
బ్యాక్
No, చార్ట్ లో పెట్టాను అది. Yeah, Mithun, just we are checking that issues, instance creation issues. After these issues are resolved, we'll start today's session.
Okay.
Yeah, click on this link, Anusha.
యా
Developer.servicenow.com.
అది సార్, అదే ఓపెన్ చేశాను చూడండి.
Share your screen once again.
Give me a few seconds.
Now you can see start building.
Opening on my laptop.
You can see. Click start building.
యా అదే క్లిక్ చేశాను. వెరిఫై యువర్ ఐడెంటిటీ అని అడుగుతుంది.
Verify your identity. ఇక్కడ నువ్వు క్లిక్ చేయలేదు కదా ఇంకా స్టార్ట్ బిల్డ్ చేసావా?
చేశాను.
మాకు స్క్రీన్
ఇది క్లిక్ చేస్తేనే అలా వస్తుంది.
ఆ పాపప్ ఎక్కడ వస్తుంది కనిపించట్లేదు మాకు ఇక్కడ. వి కాంట్ సీ దట్ పాపప్.
సార్ ఇప్పుడు నా స్క్రీన్ షేర్ అవుతుంది కదా,
క్లిక్ accept and proceed in bottom. Okay.
షేర్ అవుతుందా?
Okay. Now open your authenticator app.
Authenticator, I do have this Google Authenticator app, but
Microsoft Authenticator app.
Microsoft Authenticator.
If you are not yet paid, we cannot do this step. Okay. Because you need to pair it, your instance and authenticator app.
ఓకే, నేను పేర్ చేయలేదు అనుకుంటా, ఐ థింక్.
So go to your email. Okay.
Okay.
So where you verified that ServiceNow email notification, there you can see MFA link.
ఒక్క నిమిషం. స్క్రీన్ షేర్ చేయడానికి అవసరం లేదు.
Mhm. Okay, then better you can register with one more email ID. Okay, request for another instance.
ఓకే.
Then that time you can uh, pair your instance and uh, MFA one multi authenticator factor app.
ఓకే సార్.
Okay.
Praveen, sorry, Anil, I also facing the same issue.
Mhm.
I already paid with the authenticator app, but it is not showing get started.
Okay, share your screen.
Okay.
Anshu, did you able to fix that?
No, Mithun, not yet. I think I need to create another email address and I need to create
Yeah,
another video.
but yesterday I showed you how to fix it. It was clearly visible. It can easily be fixed.
But here in my laptop, it was not showing that mm, scanner is not showing.
But I showed you. I in my laptop it was showing how to do it.
Yeah, yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see. Click sign in. Next. Sign in. ServiceNow dev.to start building. Okay, so we need to pair your instance and multi-factor authentication. Okay, so first option is set of authenticator app. Okay, Anusha, for you also. Okay, so while creating any new instance,
Okay.
first thing, click the setup authenticator app and ready that MFA thing you can install in your mobile. Okay, if you are using iOS or Android, yes, it can available. You can download it. Now, Vaishnavi, just click continue and open your authenticator app. There is a scanner. Okay, I mentioned in the chart that right side. Okay, there is a scanner. Is there? Yeah, continue. Now scan this barcode. Once you scan this barcode in your mobile, you can see dev 355893. Okay. Once once you tap that one below, little bit scroll down. Yeah, here you can see there is a 6-digit code in your mobile. Enter that 6-digit code here. 6-digit verification code. Done, Vaishnavi. Hello.
Anil,
Yeah.
it is asking like choose a different name for your new account. You have an existing dev 355,893 account for admin.
Okay. Then what you need to do? Tap that dev 3551. You will get one
Mm,
code. Okay. That code you can enter in the 6-digit place. Okay. Go to your ServiceNow page.
this one?
No, yeah, here. Okay. So already this is linked in your mobile. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Just tap that number dev 355893 in your mobile. Just click it. You will get some
Okay,
six
okay,
digit code. Okay.
okay, okay,
That code
okay.
entered here. Yeah.
आलू है क्या बोली वो फ्राइड राइस बना दीजिए जैसे बनाएंगे ना आलू टमाटर
Anil,
और उसका
Enter one more time.
हाँ चावल का
okay.
और उसमें वो डाल दीजिएगा क्या नाम है सोयाबीन
Within mute yourself.
Aloo, tomato, soybean.
ओके ओके आई एम सॉरी
Yeah, I entered and I click on pair device and login, but it is again showing.
Okay. One more time, try it.
Yeah.
Your passcode is incorrect. Please again.
Double check.
Okay. We'll discuss this one. Okay. After this session.
Okay.
So we need to register one more request for another instance. Okay. Yeah. Yesterday we discussed it about user interface and plugin concepts. Okay. So we activated some plugins. Within that, install successfully in your instance. Customer service management.
yes Anil it's
Yeah.
successfully downloaded
Okay. Once you type in the application navigator case, you can see under customer service application, case, my cases, all cases. Okay. I'm sharing my screen. Today we are going to discuss about uh, user administration. Okay. User administration we'll discuss. So in ServiceNow, like most of the time we call user. Okay. And we'll talk about role and group. So these are the primary things we need to aware. Okay. What is user, what is role, what is group, and we need to remember these table names, front end names as well as back end name. Okay. So in user administration, we need to mainly remember three things. So this is the module. Okay. If I go and type user administration here, we can see there are few modules are available. This is the application. Okay, user administration. In this user administration, there are few modules. Okay, so we need to focus on few things in this application. Okay, so which are very important. Okay, so we are going to discuss about first user. In this first one is user. So in ServiceNow, every time we call user. Yesterday, before that also we discussed impersonate a user, logged in user. Okay, so might be prefix as suffix. There is a word user. Now, what is mean by user in ServiceNow? Okay, so normally user means, okay, a user is anyone. Okay, a user is anyone who is working or who is working or who can log in and interact within the platform. Those persons we call as a user. So who is working in the service now? A user is a anyone. Okay, so a user is a anyone who is working or who can log into the environment platform or who can interact with this platform. Those people we called it as a user. So might be user might be employee. Okay, might be in this agent, IT agent, service desk agent. Okay, IT agent or service desk agent. Okay, or manager. Agent is there, manager might be external stakeholder, your customer. These all are belongs to in service now as users. Okay, so these users here, why I mentioned there is a bar each and every user. I mentioned some bar. This is a separator. Okay, IT agent or service desk agent I put in one bucket. In another bucket, manager I mentioned. Any reason? So for example, you are working, you and your manager are equivalent. Employee treats everyone as equivalent, but in the working in style or in working structure, their positions are different. Their roles are different. Their responsibilities are different. So here I categorize these users into different in different tabs here. Okay. Similarly, ServiceNow also categorized the users based on their roles and responsibilities. So we are going to discuss about types of users. Okay. So users are categorized based on roles and responsibilities. Okay, within the platform. I'm not talking about outside, I'm talking about inside the service now. So agent role is different, manager role is different. Okay, so based on their role, they can access in the service now. They can access in the service now. So here, so we can classify into different types of users. Okay, so we'll discuss one example. Okay, we'll discuss one example, a general example. This is might be network issue. Okay, an internet issue. Okay, at your home. So while you're working, okay, on that day, on specific day, some internet issue is happened. So what you can do, you can call to the customer care. Okay, as you call to the, okay, call to the customer care people and you complain about, okay, complaint about your issue. So they can try to, they try to uh, restore your services. Okay, so whatever they want, they can do it their end. Okay, in the back end, they can try to restore your services. Okay, so they can do some troubleshooting steps. Okay, so here customer care people try to resolve issue. Okay, how they can do means they are doing some troubleshootings. Okay, so might be they are checking your validity. Okay, net validity is there or not. Maybe they will ask some in your router there are some lights are blinking or not. Okay, some things they can do, they can try it still, but not yet resolved. What they can do, they create a request. Okay, customer care people can create a request behalf of you. Okay, so one request is created is the first scenario. Okay, scenario one, you call to customer care people. Okay, the scenario two, or you know very well about their platform. Okay, you know very well about their portal information. You directly open a request. Okay, so either you call to customer care people or directly you open a request. Why? Because companies allow to customers to create a request directly. Then once your request is created, who will come in the second step? Like, and if you raise the request, there is a technician. Okay, so here agent or technician. Okay, technician he will call you, sir, this complaint is raised by you. I am the technician. Okay, may I know where your address? Okay, what is the issue? Will at what time you are available, we'll try to resolve your issue. Okay, so now technician will come. Okay, so technician will try to sort out the issue. Definitely it try to fix it. So the technician is there. Okay, so in this scenario, how many users you identified? Okay, technician is nothing but here is role fulfiller. Okay, fulfiller means who is working on my issue, who is working on my issue, who is the fulfiller. So now tell me how many people are involved. Anyone, please unmute.
I think 3 people.
3 people. Okay, total people 3. Correct. Okay, and these 3. So tell me who are these 3 people. Okay, you is the first person. The second is customer care. Third is technician. Okay, so there are 3 people. So here you means who is using the product. Okay, is the end user, is the end user, is the customer. Who is using the product, that person we call as the end user. Okay, end user. End user means the person is using company product. The next, customer care is from employees, company employees. Okay, so these are nothing but agents, service desk agents. They are sitting somewhere, some different location. In the back end, they try to resolve our issues. They try to resolve our issues. And technician is working with me. Okay, so is working with me, or that means is working on my issue. So here ServiceNow classified there are 3 types of users. Okay, so user type. Okay, and its definition. Okay, meaning. So user type, the first user here we call it as end users, end user, agents, technicians. Okay, these are general. Okay, in service now, first user is ESS. So ESS means employee self service user. Okay, so its definition is employee self service user. Okay, so is the basic user. That means is the end user. That means end user means who is using product, who is using the product, that person we call as end user or customer or customer. So employee self-service user means nothing but is our customer, is the basic user, is the end user, is the user. He can, who can submit the request, who can submit the request. Those persons we call as end users. Okay, who can submit means directly. No one can create behalf of this person. He can directly submit the request. Then the next user is ITIL user. Okay, so these customer care people, okay, so they are working means agents or service desk agents. Okay, they are working in the back end. So who is working on my issue in backend? In backend, okay, at least they need ITIL role. Okay, so now who having this ITIL role? Those people all are called as ITIL users. Who having this ITIL role? Okay, users with ITIL role, and who can manage the task. These people we call it as ITIL users. ITIL users means nothing but customer care people in general, okay, or agents, IT agents or service desk agent who are working in the back end. So in ServiceNow we provide one role who are working in the back end. Why means, so everything in the ServiceNow depends with the role. If you want to access anything, you need a role. So at least you need to create a request behalf of customer. For that, they provided a minimum role which is ITIL. So who having this ITIL role? All the people we treat as ITIL users. Okay, so this is who, for whom we can provide means ITIL role for service desk agents. Okay, the next there is another role, another user type is a admin. Admin. Okay, so admin means they have the full rights in the platform. Okay, so they are the owners of the instance. Okay, so they can configure, they can customize, okay, and manage the all the aspects. Manage the all the aspects. So those people we call it as administrator. So these are the different types of users. In now where we can see these users information. Okay, if anyone want to access to my instance, anyone want to work on in the back end, anyone want to configure something on my instance, okay, we need to onboard the user into ServiceNow. And where I can see, yesterday we impersonated Abel Tutor, we impersonated Bethan, we impersonated some other person. Okay, where these people are stored on my ServiceNow. Okay, so here these people, are stored in one of the table. Okay, so in ServiceNow we can see users table. All the users are available in user table. Okay, table name is user. So remember, in ServiceNow everything we stored in table. Everything we stored in table. So these people, ESS users, ITL users, admin users, who is working with my instance, for that people details, I can store it on one place. That place is the user. So interviewer will ask where users are available. You need to say in user table. Okay. So every table have two names. Why two names means? One is label, another backend name. Okay, so label we cannot use anywhere. Most of the time we use backend name in scripting and some other places we use backend name. So we need to remember both the label and backend names. So table name is user. Its backend name sys underscore user. In this table, we store all the users information. Okay. Clear? Why categorize the users? To provide the role. To provide the role and assign the task purpose. I cannot assign one task to manager. Go and talk with the customer. If customer having any issue, I can assign it to agents. Okay. For that purpose, I can categorize these users. So these categories help to define access level, how much they can access in the platform. Okay. Categories help define access level. Okay. So roles also assign to users, assigned users. Okay. So to control what they can see in the platform. So everything is depends with the roles. So here where we can see this table information, we need to go application navigator. Okay, the path, this is the path. How to search a user table. In application navigator, okay, here search for user administration. In this you can select users. Okay, the next step, I will go here user administration. Just type user AD, it's enough, no need to type administration. Okay, anyway this will be come in the first. Okay, now here users, I need to open in the new window. So now you can see these are the users. These are the users. Total on my instance 1217 users. So these users created by who? That means who can create the users? That is another question. Yes, this is the place whether all the users can create these users in ServiceNow, means no. Okay, so who can create? Who can create a new user? That means admin only admin can create a new user. Other than admin, no one can create. Okay, so other than admins you cannot see this new button. Okay, so admins can create it. So how these users are created? How users are created into ServiceNow platform, into ServiceNow or user table. How we can create the user? To create the user, we have different ways. Okay, users can be added into ServiceNow. Okay, via different ways. What are the different ways? There are mainly three ways. The first thing, manually. Okay, I can add it via user administration. Admins can create a new user. This is the first thing, via user administration in user module. Okay, then click the new button. Okay, now admins can create. This is a path, and admins can create a new user. This is the first thing. The second option, I can create automatically. Okay, I don't want to do manual step. I want to automatically onboard a user into ServiceNow. How I can onboard a user? For example, there is a one bank. Okay, HSBC. Bank is HSBC. Okay, so here in the HSBC bank, one person, the new person is onboarded. Onboarded means it took the one account, one customer is opened in HSBC bank. So in HSBC bank portal, customer details are stored. Okay, so at the same time HSBC, they are using ServiceNow for better streamline purpose. Definitely these onboarded user details also want to in ServiceNow. Okay, So for this, what I need to do, HSBC and ServiceNow, I can integrate. Whenever any user is onboarded into HSBC portal, I can pull it and store it on my ServiceNow instance. Okay. So this process here involved integration. Okay. We'll discuss later about integration. So now this is the integration. Connecting between two different systems, that process is called as the integration. Via integration, okay, via integration, we can onboard users into ServiceNow. Okay. Then third option. What is the third option? In ServiceNow itself, okay, there is an option bulk import. Okay. So do you have some customers in your Excel file? Okay. For example, 1,000 customers. Okay. For one customer, you want to onboard into ServiceNow as a manually, it may take hardly 3 minutes. What about for 1,000 customers? Obviously, 3,000 minutes. Okay. This is time taking process. I don't want this much time. Either one user or 1,000 user or 10,000 users, I want to complete within the 5 minutes time. Within the 5 minutes time, I want to onboard all my users. How that is possible means there is a concept in ServiceNow, import set. Via bulk import, we can upload one Excel file, those records, those users details directly onboarded into ServiceNow user table. Okay. Using import set concept. Okay. Via import set module, we can onboard the users. So these are the three ways we'll discuss in upcoming session. What is import? What is integration? Okay. So today we are going to discuss just creating a user in manual process. Okay. Till this is clear?
Yeah, clear, sir.
Okay. So I'm going to create a new user. As of now, I'm the admin. Yes, I have full access to create whatever anything in my instance. I can create it. Click the new button. If I click new, this is the form. If you want to onboard any user, if you want to create a user, you need to provide some details to ServiceNow. What are the details? First name, last name, is title, is department, okay, is email, and which calendar is using, only one here, in which time zone he is working, and what is his phone number, mobile number, and photo. So these are the some basic details we need to provide. Okay. See all the user, if anyone want to onboard or if anyone want to log in to my instance, what they need user ID and they need password. So once you save this form, you can see there is a button here, set password. Then you can set the password. Once you set the password, that means system can generate. The password length is might be 30 characters, more than 30 characters, and that is the hard to remember that password. We need to reset the password. For that purpose, we need to enable password needs reset option. Okay. While customer is login in the first time, then he can reset his password. What system generated that he can reset it. Then there is an option, what is logged out? Okay. So logged out means, so common reason for logged out. Okay. User logged out checkbox. This is the one checkbox. Okay. If logged out is true, what happen? If true, user cannot do anything in the platform, but is active person. He is active person, but he cannot do anything. He cannot log in. His details are available on my user table, even though he cannot log in. So might be you face this issue in your company or anywhere, somewhere, at least one time. So might be we forgot our password. Okay. We forgot our password. We try to enter couple of times, 3-4 times. Then what happen? Immediately system can freeze 30 minutes, 40 minutes until like we need to reach out to the network department. Okay. So security constraints. Your issue is security constraints, security restriction. If logged out is true, user cannot access the service now. Is active user. Is active user. Okay. But he cannot access. Why this is logged out is enabled true means the common reasons you know very well. Okay. What is the reason? Too many failed logins. Failed login attempts. Someone manually enabled logged out. Automatically logged out. Okay. Automatically logged out. When marked active is for, when inactive tab. When user is inactive, then automatically logged out is also true. So these are the three reasons. So interview will ask what is logged out and active. This is active, true. If I uncheck, this is inactive. Inactive means false. Active means true. Okay. If this is inactive, then also user cannot access. Logged out is true. Active is false. In both the cases, user cannot access. Then what is the difference? Inactive and logged out. If false, okay, active false means that means inactive user. That means whose account is disabled in platform. If I disabled, I mentioned is not active, so I can mark it as inactive. That means this active checkbox I can uncheck. Active is unchecked. That means inactive. Inactive means that account I removed from my environment. Record is there. I'm not deleted the record. Just I mark it as inactive user. Then also you cannot access. So what is the difference? Inactive and locked out. Difference between inactive user and locked out user. Inactive user account was disabled. Okay, he cannot log in. Logged out user account is active due to security restriction is not able to log in platform. Is the difference? Okay,
Account is inactive, I think it should be.
might be any one of the reason. See, there are three reasons here. Okay, so
Yeah.
security restriction. So these are the reasons. Okay, automatically locked out, too many failed, or manually enabled someone. Okay, so is active. If automatically locked out when user is inactive at the time, we cannot. It cannot access. Okay, so clear this till this part. Any doubt?
Yes, it's clear.
Okay. So user ID, I can create one account. We'll discuss the rest tomorrow. User ID depends on the organization to organization. Okay. Some companies follow, for example, my name, AD, and some number. Okay. Some number they can follow. Okay. So some like in other companies, Infosys and other companies, they follow my starting name, okay, and my ending name. Okay, some first name, last name combination. Okay, at the rate their organization name. Okay, some companies just directly provide first name, last name. So as of now, here ServiceNow. So what they are following, combination of first name and a last name. Okay, so I can create one record. Okay, dot Yadav y. Okay, okay. So department. Okay, we have the some departments, sales, IT, title if you want to provide. Okay, then email. Time zone, if you want to change your time zone, yes, you can change it. US Central, US Eastern. Okay, phone number. Okay, so anything, if you want to add photo, you can add it. I need to password reset. Okay, then I need to save my record. Okay, once I save this record, I can see there is a password option. Set password. 1 minute. Can inform in another page. Okay. So here I need to set password. Okay. I need to click it. Click this button. So I need to generate. Okay. One password is generated. See here, this is a very big password and hard to remember. Okay. So I need to save the password. Okay. My password is saved. Okay. So if this user want, if this user is login first time, you need to use this password and this is the user ID. This is the user ID. Okay. Once you log in, then you can reset. Okay. We'll do this thing tomorrow. Okay. As of now, just you can create one user. Okay. One or three users you can create it. Okay. And we'll reset this user in the tomorrow. Okay.
Okay.
I
Sir,
can show you.
where we can see that users like if we created 2 or 3 users, no, where we can see that users that we are created.
Okay. See in the user table, go and
Okay.
see users. Okay. Here I created this user, Mithun Yadav. This
Okay.
details are reflected. And user table only.
Okay.
Once you click it, the new button, user are created, you can see it here.
Okay. All right. Sir. Thank
Okay.
you.
Yeah, thanks. Uh,
Thank you, Anil.
yeah, thank you.